I am so glad to be here because I almost had to cancel this show 3 days ago. Let me tell you, because you're going to be reading about this in all the tabloids in the next week or 10 days. But 3 days ago, I got up and I hadn't been horseback riding in several years. So I told my wife, I said, baby, I think I'm going to go out and ride. So I went out and I picked out an incredible horse, jumped up on this sucker. And it'd been a while since I'd been on a horse, and he got away from me, threw me really, really bad. I mean, really bad. But what the baddest part was that my foot hung in the stirrup, and it was dragging me down, just dragging me, and God sent me this angel. I swear to you, this guy came out of nowhere, ran over to me, reached down, and unplugged the machine. Yeah, it was a quarter horse. And today, he's 40 years old, going on 20. Don't look for the gray in his hair, 'cause he ain't got any. He's got a young thing beside him who just melts in his hands. Yeah, he's middle-aged crazy, trying to prove he still can.
I think it's really cool that you knew Elvis Presley. I'm standing next to a guy that knew Elvis. You've probably been to his home in Memphis.
I lived at Graceland for 7 years.
Did you really?
I sure did, yeah.
Was he still alive then? Or?
Oh, no, he was, very much so. I met Elvis when I was 15 years old at a skating rink. He took me under his arm, and we became friends. And matter of fact, he gave me my first tour bus. Just wrote a check.
1976.
Yeah. Hey, you've done your homework. And matter of fact, there's a song on my new album that I've done that is kind of an anthem, and it's a song called "The Day Elvis Died," and it's going to be a great record, I think. But no, I did a concert at Graceland back in July, and I'm scheduled to do another concert at Graceland this coming August. So, yeah, those were great years with Elvis.
What kind of guy was he?
Well, I asked him one day. I said, Elvis, how does it feel to be you? He said, you crazy? Feels great. He was just a guy like you or me, Jim, or anybody that's watching this. There was no ego. He was very down to earth, very engaging. When he would talk to you, he would drill you right in. He's the kind of guy, when he talked to you, he looked you in the eye. He didn't do this, he looked at you.
And listened.
Yeah, and listened, and he heard what you said. So, I can only tell you that all the years I spent with him, which was 16 years as a friend, one of my closest friends, I knew that each and every time that I was sitting down with him one-on-one through the years, I knew that I was sitting in the presence of greatness, and I drank it all in. I remember every moment.
Yeah, imagine you were pretty sad when he passed.
It was tough. I had just left Graceland the night before and saw him a few hours before he passed. And it was a very, I don't know, I think sometimes I'm still in denial a little bit, like a lot of people are, because when you're that big and you die, it scares the heck out of you, because then you realize if someone like that can pass, you can too. So it scares you. It's a wake-up call about living life every day to the fullest.
King of the Road.
Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
But you guys have been around forever, and I read something that's really cool about you is that Led Zeppelin actually signed you.
No, was going to.
It was Swan Song
drummer
Records.
died.
Yeah, the drummer died, but you were just about to cut an album.
Well, actually, we had a lot of heartbreaks and early opportunities. We worked with Capricorn Records early in the day, and we just got there too late and that sort of thing. We were younger, and it was fizzling out, the Southern Rock thing. I've seen the heyday of it, and then we hooked up with Led Zeppelin's people, and everything was all merry, and then all of a sudden John passed away, and it's a pretty sad thing all the way around. The fact that he died, of course, is the most important thing. It's sad, but one of the greatest rock drummers of all time.
King of the road.
That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
The Texas honky tonk. There's no place like home.
Since 2008, Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee, Texas has featured a steady stream of the very best in local, regional, and national touring bands. Pack up your posse and boot scoot over to Honky Tonk Texas for great concerts, dancing, drinking, and dining. Of course, steak night is every Thursday, and don't forget about the Honky Tonk Grill. Visit them online at facebook.com/honkytonktx and at honkytonktexas.us. Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee has been entertaining Southeast Texas since 2008. Where have you been?